A lot of books back there, Paul. Have you read those books, Paul?
They're all movies. I have seen most of them.
Oh, the DVDs.
Yes. I thought about putting Remember the Titans, Malcolm X, Much Ado, a lot of the Coen brothers up, and I was like, I don't want it to be too distracting. Yeah, they are.
Well, those are your babies, huh?
Yeah, they are.
I can tell.
Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Mr. Denzel Washington. I love Shakespeare, so it was an absolute honor and privilege getting to not only see you in as Macbeth, but getting just to talk to you today. So thank you so much for the time. This is incredible. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Now, you recently said that Joel Coen sets the bar high, and I'm curious, what is his directing approach like, and do you plan on incorporating any of that in the films that you direct?
Ooh, if I would be so bold, because you don't know what he's thinking. You know, it's like, what's going on in that mind of his, you know? And maybe it was unique because I was about to direct a movie. So here I'm working with one of the all-time greats. And I had 1,001 questions, you know, as a budding filmmaker and as an actor. So it was just a great sort of masterclass, if you will, to watch him, to see how he worked.
I love that you say that, because we're never too, like, at any point in our life and career, we're always learning and we're always growing. Now, I'm curious, how does working on the greats like Shakespeare and August Wilson continue to challenge you as an actor?
Well, it stretches your muscles. It's jumping out. It's jumping out of the plane, not knowing if you have a parachute or not. And if you don't have one, it's going to hurt. You know, with Shakespeare and with August Wilson, the fall's going to hurt. But so it's a great challenge and a great opportunity. You know, Shakespeare and August Wilson, 20 years from now, I'll be going, oh, that's what he meant in Macbeth. You know, you can never figure it out.
Well, speaking of planes, you were phenomenal in Flight, by the way. I don't want to miss that opportunity to tell you about Flight. That was phenomenal. But this idea of, like, we see film and theater at different parts of any part of our life, I think that's fascinating. Now, when you're making a movie, you don't often get the time to rehearse and just play with the text. Did you get a chance to do that here? And how valuable was that in building who Macbeth and Lady Macbeth were?
We had to. We had to rehearse, because this is Shakespeare, to get it so it doesn't feel like you just learned it an hour ago. You know, you just had to rehearse over and over and over. So I just ran those speeches just over and over and over again, you know, while they were building the sets, I would just go in there and just work.
Oh my God, I love it. Now, if you could take Joel and Francis and yourself and this phenomenal company and do another play of Shakespeare's, what would you do and why?
Ooh, good question.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. I can't, you know, because that comes down to what is it I want to do. You know, I'd be curious to see what Joel would be interested in.
I think we can all be a little selfish.
It might be interesting to be in some. What's a dark comedy? What would Joel lend himself?
I mean, 12 Nights. I don't know. It's not really dark, and As You Like It, Much Ado.
I was going to say, even Much Ado with a Coen brother.
Oh my God, Denzel, I wish I got the rap. I wish I could keep talking Shakespeare with you. This has been phenomenal. Thank you so much for the time today. Thank you for bringing August Wilson to audiences as well. I'm looking forward to the next one. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.